Welcome back, Gameaholics, to the Gameaholic podcast.
This is our second attempt at Twitch streaming. And
Yes, sir.
we tested it out. It looks like it's going pretty well.
Yeah, it's a lot more smooth than the first one. So, we did Tiny Tina, and we did a live stream of it, and we listened to it back for like 2 seconds, and we realized, wow, this is choppy.
Real choppy.
So, if you're ever going to use or stream on Twitch, don't use Twitch beta's thing. That was our first mistake.
Yeah, we've tried this one out. We are now using OBS, right?
Yes, OBS.
We're now using OBS. Sounds amazing. Video quality looks great too.
Super crisp. Super crisp.
Very, very exciting. So we're going to post our last one on Instagram, on YouTube. Didn't work out, unfortunately, so this one is going to be coming onto YouTube. This is also the reason why our Tiny Tina has been a little bit delayed. That'll be coming out this week. Pokemon Legends Arceus Part 2, because for anybody that's followed the podcast before, we have spoken about Arceus before.
Yes, we did. So when we first talked about it, I didn't play it yet. I thought it was stupid. I was like, why are we talking about Pokemon games? And then I realized how much I love Pokemon. And
You played every single game?
I bought Nintendo Switch, and then we talked on Swords and Shield a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
Or Sword and Shield a couple weeks ago, and we kept pushing that we're gonna bring this back just because first time playing, Luke never finished it, and myself, I wanted to 100%.
Okay. I finished it. I just didn't get every single Pokemon and catch Arceus.
Yeah, but that's how you finish the game 100%.
Come on.
I 100%.
Okay, but I must be 99%.
But you didn't do half the side quests, Luke. We talked about this.
There was no, they're not popping for me.
You got them. And then
No.
because you turned it on. You said, "Hey,
I got the new ones that weren't around.
Yeah,
but
the new
I'm
ones.
still missing 12 of the whatever. We'll get into that. We'll get into the side quests. Before we start getting into the game, one thing I want to shout out is, as you can see by our beautiful banner, we are now in the TELUS Mobility esports affiliate program. So TELUS is a company out here that specializes in home solutions and mobility, and we have linked up with them. On the left side of our screen here, we actually now are offering some really cool offers. If you call that and you live in Canada and you're looking for some awesome high-speed internet to play video games on, give that number a call, quote that code there, and you'll get a bit of a activation offer.
And since we're also doing this through podcasting, we'll just read the code out so they know what the code is if they want it.
Yeah, read
just
that.
in case they can't say it. So, for exclusive offers, call 877-378-0689 and Q code DCC1226. For that, just one more time.
I don't think you need to do
Yeah,
that.
I'm saying it one more time. Just so you guys remember, the quote code is DCC1226.
So, obviously, we're plugging our new sponsorship. This is a massive sponsorship that we're into. Really, really exciting. I know, I can't really see the screen either. I'm blind. I need the glasses, clearly.
I know.
Yeah, so big sponsorship for us. We're really, really excited to be able to work with them.
So it's the biggest news probably. It's we finally got sponsored. So that was
very exciting news. And yeah, we're excited to see where it takes us. This is also part of the reason why we started streaming on Twitch as well.
Yes. So let's talk games.
Let's talk Pokemon.
So
Colin, back to what you were saying. What do you think of, I guess it's such a big question, but what do you think about this game?
Honestly, I got the sickness for it for a long time there.
So
I was playing it.
You told me this earlier today. Why don't you tell whoever's listening / watching, how much time did you put into this game? What's your total clock out in terms of time?
63 hours and 17 minutes.
So just to put some perspective into that, I'm working on Elden Ring still, and I'm at 77 hours on Elden Ring. So he's pretty much caught up to the exact same situation that I am.
Yeah, so it was more it was a lot of fun, the story. I really enjoyed it, finally doing it myself. This game was very RPG like. So when I got to the next part, I realized, hey, I want to catch every single mon in the game so you can actually complete it.
So that's what Colin is talking about completing the
and
game.
battling Arceus. But you have to actually kind of finish like the post. What do you want to call this? Like I guess like for the fight with Gurchina.
Yeah, so you have to collect those like bars, the tablets.
Yeah. So what would you call that? Because it's kind of technically post game.
Yeah, I call it end game.
End game, yeah. So it's like an end game thing, but you have to do that to actually unlock a few Pokemon, like the Greek god style ones, like the Thundercloud, like kind of like the Hercules, all that stuff. Like that's kind of what they're based off.
What did you think of the new one?
I didn't like it.
What's it called again?
I don't remember. It was weird looking.
The pink serpent.
It's like red,
one.
Yeah, red with like
it's
devil,
and it has like
it
has like the.
It was. I'll tell you right now. So you know when we talked about this originally, and you said like like I was wiping like. You wiped pretty good, like a couple times here and there.
Oh, I wiped, yeah, for sure.
I didn't wipe it all until I got to the Thundercloud. That was my first wipe.
They're so hard. Is the Thundercloud the one that's in the snow area?
No. The Thundercloud was. I don't remember actually where they were.
The snow area one.
I was saying they were all easy until I hit till the fourth one.
The fourth one was impossible.
In the mud area. I wiped like 30 times. I'm not even kidding, and I wanted to break I almost considered like just stopping for a bit.
Colin has a temper. For anybody that remembers, he broke his Xbox controller playing Hollow Knight.
Well, it was just so infuriating because like if you try to get anywhere near it, it would like. So I had to go online like Reddit and like ask I didn't ask the question, but I like.
I'm sure I
like Googled it and looked into like how to like do it. And basically, it said you have to dive bomb it. So I would go up on Bravery, the flying mount, yeah, and like I just literally like let go and fall from like 30 feet and just peg it and then hit Bravery again, and then I peg it again and then get like knocked out.
Well, what I did that was a little bit different. Is I would dive bomb and I would drop from the like air onto it. And, like, it would hurt. I'd get, like, hurt, and then I just smack it. And then, like, that'd be one.
If you dive bomb it, it knocks it, like, for a second.
Does it?
I don't know.
No, I'm saying I jumped off of him. Like, in midair.
Yeah, that's what I did.
And I took some fall damage.
Yeah, and I just, like, chucked it while I was falling midair.
Also, imagine, isn't it nuts there's a Pokemon game that you can say you get fall damage?
Yeah, I know.
So, I one of the things that I want to talk to you about is the big push that I had for this game going into... like the creation and going into sort of like everything that's going on with it is it's not your average Pokemon game. Like you were talking, you're like, oh, Sword Shield is different, but it's still collect the gym badges. It's still do all that kind of stuff. This is like open world. Like this is like go do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, this is basically like the wild area. They tested it in Sword and Shield and they said, let's make a full game like that. And this was kind of almost a beta to what the fall games will be with Pokemon Violet and Scarlet, which will be based with gyms, but it'll be open world.
I don't like that.
I think I like it a lot. I can't wait to play that.
I don't like, but the gym is just so beaten and old at this point. Know. I can't wait till they do Pokemon Legends, whatever comes next. Maybe you know that won't be the only one.
No, I think I heard like rumors it might be like Legends of Celebi.
So like Gen 2.
Yeah.
That'd be fire. I'm a big Gen 2 guy.
Yeah. So, they probably have like a bunch of like Gen 3, Gen 4, and Gen 5 and stuff like that.
But it would be like again, focusing on what's Kanto. Johto, because Kanto, Johto, right?
Yeah,
right.
So...
I can't believe I was pulling those names out just now.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. And, so yeah, it was the experience was a lot of fun. I played 63 hours, but I'd say the last like 20 hours of it I played was grinding, catching like the last like
it took about 20 hours to catch the rest of it.
I probably caught like 20 hours of catching like 100 Pokemon like overall. So what happened was
that's nuts.
For the space-time distortions, you have to catch like 6 or 7 like rare Pokemon. So like you literally can only catch them in these space-time distortions, which is literally like this like because since you got sent back in time technically to like do this
because isn't
through, like,
Palkia the space and Dialga's the time Pokemon?
Yeah.
So they're the reason that it was opening.
Yeah.
Even though we've caught them now, but still.
Yeah, and then Arceus sends you in and says like, hey, like fix this problem for me.
Let's go.
Yeah. So like the distortions are like this world where it pulls Pokemon from like
don't laugh while you're talking. I'm gonna actually pull up what Arceus looks like because I don't even know.
Oh, okay. So they pull from. I guess this distortion pulls from like the future world, so that's why like Magnemite, like Magnemite and stuff come in.
Dog.
Magneton, yeah.
It's like a horse dog.
Yeah, it's big. The fight, I'll tell you, that was probably the hardest thing ever.
Harder than fighting that dude and then
The cloud. Yeah.
the what?
The dude. What dude?
Like the Volo.
Oh, that was so easy for me.
Oh yeah, because I forgot you were like level like 200. Like you're like one shot in his mons.
I was 75 across the board, and all his mons were like 65.
Okay, and then
Giratina was 70, so I just wiped it like 2 hits.
I remember I would like finish him, and like he would have one Pokemon left, and then I'd have to like use like my last Pokemon so I could revive all my others.
Yeah.
Because I went in when I was like 55 probably.
Yeah. No.
The grind for me just wasn't there. Like actually, I was pleasantly surprised. Remember we were talking and I pulled up. I have like 203 registered mons somehow.
Yeah, registered seeing. It's not catching.
Oh, well, that's devastating.
I saw 242. I said sweet, so I went up to where you could like call Arceus in to like go like fight him or whatever.
He was like,
and he's like seek out all Pokemon. I'm like, what does that mean? And then I realized it says catch every single one, because it clearly was like, you're an idiot, like go catch them. And I was at 220 at the time, I think, when I saw everyone. So I was like, okay, so I had to go and catch them all.
The thing that sort of infuriates me about that entire thing is like you then have to evolve them all. But like I guess that kind of gets easier near the end of the game. Is that true? Like if you get like a Puplup or whatever.
Piplup?
Yeah. If you get a Piplup, like how do you evolve that?
I just like have it on my team and I go fight battle at like the battle arena against the other teams, which you didn't do either.
Because that's new.
That was so fun.
That's new.
So you get to battle like the trainers that are kind of like in the area. So like I battled like a couple trainers and I don't use that Pokemon. All of a sudden they're level 5. Next thing they're like level.
Because I went and then he was like, "I'm gonna show you one of our Pokemon trainers." He goes to this guard and I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm scared."
Oh, Reese.
Like,
he brings Bidoof out. It's like level 65.
Yeah, and then I just like crushed it.
Really, Bidoofs are actually. I actually love.
They're tanky.
They're tanky. Yeah.
Really, I'll be honest. They're probably in that game. Hate them. Probably one of my most hated.
Really?
Yeah.
They just come and lick your feet and stuff.
What did you think? So again, another interesting thing, and I don't know if they did this in Sword and Shield, but like in Sword and Shield, wasn't every Mon in the Wild Zone hostile?
Yeah, like they would all come after you.
So that's my point. Is in this game, it's wild that Bidoofs lick your feet, like the Talos or whatever fly away. Like some, it's not even. I'm just using these as an example, but there's like 3 different types of Mons. There's the fleeing, the ignorant, we'll call them, and the aggressive. Wild to me.
Yeah, and it's funny how some of them are like you'd think would be like not aggressive, and they are. Like Pikachu's aggressive.
I think that makes total sense.
Yeah, I guess. But you think they'd run away or something? Like Pichu runs away.
Well, that because it's a baby, but no, Pikachu's looked like
that was one of the last Pokemon I caught in the game that I needed to catch.
Really?
Pichu.
And Cherubi Cherubi.
That was the worst experience.
Well, here's what I don't understand. You said you were looking for Cherubi, but there was a quest to find one.
Yeah, find it and then include the Dex, like the Pokedex. But you can't. But you know where you have to find them on only 2 specific
So you
trees.
didn't do that one?
No, so I had to like go Google it. Find out you have to have a certain time of day too. And
so everything. You have some quests that are not completed.
No, I completed that. I made sure to complete them all.
So you have one. Okay, so since I got into the game later, and earlier before you did, and now they have this update with a bunch of new quests that weren't around when I played it. But like, would you say you have 1 to 100 fully booked? That's the sickness. But what? So
I just enjoyed playing it. Like I'd go in there right now and just like mess around with it.
But going back to my question, and the part that's the most confusing for me is like, why am I not getting those quests when I was playing through the game?
Because you have to go explore and like meet people. Like there'll be random people out in the middle of like whatever like area, and you click on them like, oh, can
no,
you
but
do
like
this?
For example, one of them was
quest.
one of the things. Actually not one of them. Like 5 of the quests had to do with some photographer.
Yeah.
I never met the guy.
Yeah, he's in town. You have to walk into his like little like photographer shop.
Woof, I don't know.
The best one was the Outbreak one that you didn't do, because like that actually has a cool like ending. Like there's actual cutscene and stuff.
That's new.
Yeah, I know, it's really.
I
good,
just
though.
started it.
Yeah, it's good.
It's the girl from the Diamond Clan, I think.
Yeah, May.
Yeah,
or Mai or whatever.
And she's like going off.
Yeah, and she's like, you need to help me like figure this out. It's like a mystery, and then you kind of like can like.
It's like the mass multi outbreaks.
Yeah, and it's really cool because you can like find like shinies in there and whatever.
Well, so
else.
you actually fun. So we talked about shinies when we did this podcast the first time, and I said I got one, but it was the one that you're given as a gift, essentially, right? Like it's the one that you're basically like, here you go. Like,
Here's your Ponyta.
And to be honest, one of the coolest shinies there is. I love the blue flame Ponyta. Like, it's so cool. So I didn't hate that. But, I mean, I didn't find a single one kind of just walking around the game.
Yeah, so I found a Goomy walking around.
Yeah, but you were disappointed in him.
Well, I thought he was cool, like the original one, but then since where are the Hisui region, like they changed the way Sluggo looks and Gudra, so they have like a shell. So when you evolve them, it's just a regular colored like Sluggo and Gudra.
The purple.
Yeah,
but
the shell is gold, and like this is lame.
Because it wasn't like
I stopped using it because I wanted to use that one, and I went back to my original Gudra, and I was like, oh, it's
and then what else?
OG one looks better.
And you got a shiny Bidoof.
Yeah.
And then what else did you get? You got a couple. What was the first one? What was like?
There's one more.
Yeah, what was it?
I forget. Gudra, Ponyta, Bidoof was the last one. It was actually Barrel or whatever. Like,
so you got his dad form.
Yeah, it literally doesn't look like different really. Like the color.
Yeah, they're like gold, aren't they?
Like gold, and like the original one's like a light brown, so it kind of like almost looks similar. The only reason I'm like, wait, is that a shiny? I like battled it, and immediately I saw the stars. I'm like, oh, it is shiny, but it looked exactly like the other one that was like next to him.
Do you ever think that since we're in Canada, and the beaver's like our national animal, if we were in the Pokemon world, Bidoof would be our national animal, and I hate that.
Really? I'd love that with Bidoof.
As our national animal.
No, I'd just like to like have a Bidoof as a pet.
That's insane. That's the worst Pokemon there
They're
is.
so cute though.
I'd rather have a.
They're not that bad. They're bulky.
I'd rather have
They're bulky. You can teach them anything.
I'd rather have a Rattata.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, I would.
No,
absolutely.
you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. Okay, so Bidoof's super bulky.
Doesn't have a brain.
You want me?
Brain don't work.
You want me to make you really sick?
Yeah, go.
I used Bidoof as like one of my team members for like half of it. I didn't involve him either. I got an alpha, and he's my 6th member. He just hangs out with me. He's massive. And you know what's cool?
You sent him to knock the trees down?
You can, yeah, and you can teach him to like do any move. Like he has Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, like Surf or something, like Aqua Tail or something like that, and I give him like a fighting move, so like he can like learn like everything. That's why they're so sweet, like an ultimate weapon.
Oh my god,
it's cool. Like, I like beavers. Beavers are cool.
That's nuts because I don't. They don't fire me up at all.
Yeah, I think he's sweet.
I think if we could have
a national,
yeah, but like
national
we have to,
Pokemon.
and the thing is, we have to be realistic, right? Like the whole point of national animals.
Stantler?
But yeah,
about it.
The whole point of national animals across like everywhere is like they're very common. So I can't be like, oh, I want a
Gudra.
Yeah, I want a Gudra as a national animal. It's like no. So it's like, what would be sweet? Braviary would be sweet.
Yeah, that's like probably America though, because that's the eagle.
Right.
We would get like a Stantler.
I'd be okay with that.
A Stantler and that cute little polar bear Pokemon maybe, because it's polar bears.
Cubchoo or whatever.
Cubchoo, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That could work. I'd be down for that one.
I truthfully think that yeah.
Oh, Ursaring, because bears.
Teddy Ursa, a little Teddy Ursa.
What's a wolf Pokemon?
Mightyana. Yeah, like no,
Poochiana?
that's Pooch. So no, it's I know it too. It's the one that dog evolves into. It actually evolves into like Lycanthrope or something, and it's like a werewolf thing. And there's the day and the night version of it.
Oh, Rockruff?
Yeah, his evolved form's like wolves.
Yeah, or no, I guess that wouldn't be really a wolf. But I was gonna say Zoru's like evolved form, like Zorak or whatever. That kind of looks like a wolf. What gen was that? Because those Gen 5, I believe.
Those were ones I've never seen in my life.
No, it's black and white, but that's also Hisuian version of it. It doesn't look like that in like regular.
Oh, it's not red?
Yeah, no, it's like black with like a red like top instead of like the flame like white, whatever it is.
So what did did you like what they did with the Hisuian versions of everything?
No, I think Typhlosion looks like baked and just like also like
he does,
and also he's Ghost. So and everything in this game like I feel like has a crunch.
Typhlosion just looks sad.
I know, and I was not expecting it to like change. I didn't know there's a Hisuian version of that.
I don't have an answer.
They were very realistically they weren't great. And for the bird boy, whatever his name is.
Oh, your boy,
yeah,
Rowlet.
Yeah, his evolved form. They kind of just like
fighting,
changed the shader on him.
He has he wears like a sun hat now.
Yeah, instead of
he kind of looks like the people that like wear those hats, like the
Samurais?
no, the people in the town, like those yellow sun hats.
Oh,
That's what its head is like now.
But I mean, like, it's just like instead of being green, he's brown.
He's red.
Yeah,
red and brown instead of green.
So it's just kind of like, okay, like, cool, you guys just changed the color, like, lot of effort, like,
yeah,
whatever. I didn't really like I was shocked when he found out that dude evolves into Scyther, though, or from Scyther. What's his name?
Cleavor or whatever.
Yeah,
second option.
So when I first saw it come out, I was like,
when you're doing like the battle against it.
What did you think of the battles?
They were pretty easy. Like I said, they were, except for the Arceus one, which I said was probably I wiped 30 times probably.
On Arceus? 30?
Yeah, it was probably not 30. Like, it's a little exaggerated.
Probably,
probably at least 15 times.
Do you
like,
have
it was super annoying.
Do you have to drain his health?
Yeah, kind of saying, keep chugging the things at him, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Oh, throw a Pokemon in to fight him."
Wait a sec. Oh, wait, you do that to Arceus?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And at the end, he's like, "You're worthy, thou," and he's like, he talks English to you. He's like,
and
"You're thou now."
Does he just hop in your Pokeball?
Yeah, he's like, "I'll come with you now on your adventures," and then just that's it. And then you go back to your house or whatever, your little hut, and like you go to bed, and like you can fight him in a distortion world. And you choose like you do like challenges with your Pokemon, so your team of 6 can like do these challenges.
Did you do any of them?
Yeah, I did like 5, and I was like, okay, you're just battling single mon, and you just keep wiping it pretty easily. So I was like, I'm bored. It was interesting if you kept doing it. Then when you wake up and you say, I don't want to do this anymore, when you wake up, he leaves you a bunch of presents on the ground.
Like what though?
It's like grit gravel or like all that stuff.
So I didn't know this. I found this out. Did you know Rotom is a legendary or a mythical Pokemon?
Rotom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you just catch it walking around?
Yeah. He's like a ghost. So like what he does is
he lives in electronics.
Yeah, you can show him electronics and he turns into it.
Yeah,
so
that's why you keep buying them from that vendor in town.
Yeah.
Like he's just like, you want a wash tub? It's $200,000. I was like, load me up.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I don't know what you're gonna do with this, but I'll put it in your little shack.
Yeah, that's what I did. So I had like an engine, so he turns into like an engine.
There's
a lawnmower.
Which map
version?
did you catch him in? Is he in the same map?
Yeah, same area.
Oh, for everybody.
Around Summit Camp, like where the Voltorb is, or Electroid where you battle. That area. He's just kind of hanging up out there. You see him like once in a while. You don't see him all the time.
Wait, the Voltorb?
Where you fight the Electroid, like the big Electroid.
That's not where I caught him.
That's where I caught him.
I caught him in the snow one.
I caught him like 3 times.
Oh,
so he's in the snow one too?
I caught him in the snow one.
Okay, so then maybe he's all over.
Because I was fighting a Frostlass, and then I saw it pop up, and I was like, what is that? And I was like, what is this thing?
Yeah, Rotom. I guess that's past you too. It's probably like, I think he's Gen 5. No, he's Gen 4.
I have to be honest, he's fairly stupid to me. I'll just say it.
It talks English in the newer games. Like you use a Rotom like Pokedex and stuff, and it talks to you and things like that.
Like yeah,
it's used as like electronic. Basically.
Isn't that in Sword and Shield?
Isn't
there? Yeah. Okay.
He's
okay.
Like Rotom Dex.
That's what I thought. So that's just a legendary mon.
Yeah.
Just chilling.
And he also is in the Lola one too.
Is he legendary or mythic?
No, I think he's just mythic. I wouldn't say he's legendary at all.
But he's like.
You see him like you don't in the actual games. You catch him like maybe like one because like they're like located in a certain area. And it's like, oh, this chandelier is acting weird. Go find out. And you go like check.
And
out
he's like, hi guys.
He's like, it's actually me. Yeah, it's actually Rotom. Yeah, and you battle him.
And he's easy to beat though. I'm sure.
Yeah, he's an electric ghost.
Because I always feel like beating like Celebi and stuff. It's like one shot because they're just like they're not supposed to be powerful.
Yeah, because they run away and stuff.
Well, they're just supposed to be just like these little like weak little things going around. Like you think about them all, Mew. Sriracha, yeah, Sriracha is pretty good, and like,
yeah, Sriracha, you got it right.
I don't know, like the game, like I can't believe the amount of side quests. Were you shocked how they just kept popping too?
Yeah, like even at the end of the post game, I was doing this space time contortion and catching and finding the wisps for Spiritomb.
Well, you were just doing that last night.
Yeah, like
so
I found another side quest.
Colin messaged me last night, and he goes, I gotta finish this. I gotta get the last. You said there was 10 left in each, though, for you. That's like 50 wisps.
No, it was like 10 in the snow area, 8 in Cornet High whatever
Highlands,
and then like there's like 2 or 3 in each other one.
Oh, okay.
So it was very like minuscule.
And then you ended up needing to use a guide.
Yeah, because I didn't want to like just walk around.
So what I did when I was hunting, I didn't find them all, but what I did when I was like trying to hunt for them for a while was I would go at night.
I changed it. Because if I did it during the day, it doesn't show up unless you walk right up into it.
And like if you're at night, you can kind of see like the glowing,
you see the glow far
and you're
away.
Like, there it is.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet that you can fly, obviously, too.
Yeah, the flying helps because if you started doing like, and the worst part was when I read all the guides, like you should have waited to do this last and not even like touch any of them.
Okay. Because
So,
then you
so
could
just
follow the guide. Because the problem is now you're like,
I'm following the guide and I'm like, well, there's nothing there. I just kept going until I'd find something, and a few of them, I remember getting them.
yeah.
So I'm just skipping to the next one and just kept going until I found it. So that probably took me like 45 minutes to complete.
That's still a while, though.
It is, and then
actually, I guess in the grand scheme of 63 hours, it's not that long.
Well, the space-time distortions took me like an hour and a half.
That's it?
Because like I had to sit there and wait, and it was probably 15 minutes guaranteed, like roughly like each like time it would pop up.
Did you have to go to different worlds to do, or different like areas to do it?
Yeah, I had to do like 4 of them, and then I would just sit there.
What were the rarest ones that you had to catch?
Weavile. Like the real version, like not the
Oh,
one,
yeah,
because
okay.
there's an actual Weavile in the distortion.
But wouldn't that still count as the same Pokemon?
No, because you can evolve Sneasel in the game to Sneasler or whatever, but you can't do Weavile. So Weavile you have to find, or like or a Johto Sneasel you could find in there, but I just found a Weavile immediately. I'm like, okay, I'm catching this, and I just done it. I don't have to like evolve a Sneasel with a Razor Fang. So I thought I had to do that. I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna be so long. So I had to go find all the little like backpack things everywhere to like get like points.
Oh, right. So you can do the link cable.
Yeah, so thank God I didn't have to do that. And then Magnemite, Magneton were pretty easy to find.
What about
Then I got to find the Bastrodon,
that's what I was gonna say.
Sheldon. But what I did was I caught a Sheldon and
wait, Sheldon
or Sheldon or whatever. Yeah, Sheldion.
Oh, Shieldon. Yeah.
Shieldon. And
Cranidos,
and I just evolved them both into like Rampardos and Bastiondos.
Because I caught the head one.
And then the other thing that was challenging was doing the Eevees, the evolutions, because you had to do all of them.
All 9 of them though.
I think it was 8, but yeah.
But I mean, you could catch some just straight up though, right?
The best thing was in the space-time distortion, like when I was doing like
so if you saw Jolteon, that's your target.
No,
right?
I already had those, but like I was more like getting the fairy one. I forget its name. Sylveon, I think. Sylveon.
No, Sylveon's a leaf one.
Leafeon.
Oh.
Yeah. And Flareon were the ones I caught in this distortion.
I had to do an Umbreon.
I had Umbreon because that was my favorite, like one of my favorite mons. So I had an Eevee that I turned
Espeon.
into Espeon. I caught already.
How do you change them in the game to different mons?
Umbreon used to evolve with friendship or whatever, like at night. So like you just like use in your party, you use them as much as possible, and then at nighttime you can be like, oh, it's ready to evolve, and you're like, okay, cool, and it turns into Umbreon.
Boy, that's insane.
That's how it was in the old games too. Friendship, like it basically just carrying them around, like high, like a high
power
level
of friendship.
Yeah, the high level of happiness in that Pokemon would make it like evolve. Then there's Espeon did the same thing, but at daytime. Sylveon is the same thing with happiness again, but you have to have a fairy move on its like its moveset to turn into that fairy type. But I caught one of those like in the distortion, so I didn't have to do that because I wasn't gonna sit there because it takes a while to actually evolve those.
That's insanity.
Yeah, it was like I said, 63 hours isn't like that. It took a long time. So
it's true. I think about how much time I've put into Elden Ring, and I know I'm at 77, and it feels like it's been forever.
Yeah, but the thing was, it didn't feel like forever. It was weird.
You're having a great time.
I was enjoying it, and like I honestly like was surprised when I saw I was at 50 hours.
Let me ask you this: you played it on a big screen, or you played it in handheld?
I did the first like 35 hours on the big screen. I did handheld for the rest. So why I did that was I could multitask, and on my TV I could have like Seinfeld or something
while you're waiting for
I could watch like Netflix while I'm like dealing with this.
Smart. That's a good way to grind.
Or if I was eating like breakfast or something, I could just turn it on and have it like sitting there on my table.
So sometimes when I'm grinding Reputation in Destiny, which is one of the most boring things in the history of the world, and this is totally off topic, but I will like be playing Destiny on my TV, and then I'll set up my laptop with Netflix on, just so I have like some sort of stimulation that I can like kind of watch and hear and like whatever. Like it'll be a show I've seen already, but like just standing there, like for example, doing the same thing over and over again, it's just like there's like it bothers me. I need something else going on.
Yeah, so that's literally all it was. Like I just kind of I'd say like some of it was AFK time, but I really would probably say like maybe a couple hours at most.
Yeah, I'm sure there was, and like
I'll tell you, it wasn't me like it wasn't like, oh yeah, I played 30 but left it on by accident for 35.
No,
it's
it was
no,
like you played 61 and you left it on for like 3 extra hours.
Because I had to do like just like the sitting thing.
Well, waiting,
the grinding, like little random grinding where you had to battle random Pokemon to like level up other Pokemon to evolve them, like all that fun stuff that took. It was very. I'll say I enjoyed like 90% of the game, and there was very moments where I was like, this is getting super tedious to do.
What was the most tedious thing you had to do?
So there's one fish Pokemon called like I don't even know its name, but like you had to make basically do 300 critical damage to yourself to evolve it. 300 total damage to yourself. So, and if you died or wiped to a Pokemon, you'd have to restart.
So the Pokemon couldn't die?
No, so I wiped twice doing it. But what happens is it has a water type, so I went to the rock area and I would just do wave crash, which is like 200 damage, and when you hit it, it would like recoil damage. So 300 recoil damage.
I'm googling it because I really want to know.
But I forget what it's in it, and it was like the most tedious thing. But it was pretty. Like I said, it probably took like
Basculin into Basculiadin.
Yeah.
So that the swimming fish, the fish that you're doing.
Yeah, the mount. Yeah.
Man, I like. What do you think about what they did for the evolutions, like in this game, right? So like for Stantler to go to Windeer or whatever his name is, what does he have to do?
Oh, that was sucked too. I had to do I think 30 like agile moves with this one certain move that you could do.
But what happens if he dies? Not dies,
no,
but faints. Is that okay?
Nothing, yeah, I just keep going. But
the
PP for that move that it has is like 10. So if you did like a
so
strong
you got, like,
one,
you got what's like the PP increaser called again?
Like like the fruit you could use. PP up? Yeah. Well, we're 5.
Jesus Christ.
We're 5 years old.
So did you just like stack up on the PP?
No, there's no PP up in the game.
Well, it's a fruit now.
It's a fruit, but like it just like restores it. I think. I don't think you can go. Maybe you can go up with it. I didn't.
How many? Speaking of fruit in the inventory, how many? How many inventory slots did you buy from that dude?
Oh, a bunch.
Like you just went off.
Like probably like 30.
I started making. I don't remember what I did, but I was like struggling financially in that game for a very long time.
Really?
And then I don't remember what I started doing. I started selling stuff. Yeah. And next thing you know, I'm a millionaire.
Yeah, that's all I did. I'd sell like Stardust and like star pieces, like gold nuggets.
What do you think of the crafting system?
I love it. It was awesome. I didn't use it a lot though.
So did you just buy your balls?
I used to do. I got really like lazy with it because I had so much money. I'm like, I don't need to I don't have to go mine material.
Yeah, that's fair.
But like I used to at the beginning, I liked it a lot. But it was like I'd build like potions, like Pokeballs, all that stuff. But at the end, I was like, I don't care. I'll just buy like 40 of these, 40 of that.
That's what I was doing. I kind of I got really sick of needing to throw a Pokeball at a tree every single time to like knock stuff over. Like I got really sick of that. Like it was just like, and it feels like it took so long too. Like
I would say it's like it's like a cool experience and aspect of it because it makes you feel like, oh, I'm like kind of like part of this like world. I'm doing stuff to like do like different things and like, but like yeah, I agree. Like after like hour 45, I'm like, I don't need to do this anymore.
I'm just gonna spend the money and buy this.
Yeah, because I wasn't
instead.
spending money on anything else. I bought maybe like one like clothes. Like to like change my hat, and I was like, "That's cool."
I know, and like you go to like the hairdresser person, and they're just like,
there's like 4 different.
But that's like $10. Like it's like dirt cheap.
Means nothing. Yeah.
But no, I was poor like the entire game, right until the end. Like I was like poor.
That's crazy.
Right
I had like 400K or something like that.
Well, no, I mean, like I said, now I have like a mil. Like now it's just like I bought like 80 Ultra Balls. Like I was just like going to town. I like how the balls look too.
Yeah.
Like because they're like DIY.
Yeah. They have like the little like wooden clip on it and things like that.
And then like I like how the steam pops out.
Yeah, that was cool.
And it was just like, what's going on here? How do they have this technology?
Yeah, they figured out how to like catch things like that.
Well, that's the whole thing. They're the first trainers.
I know. So it'd be interesting to see how they do. Well, it's cool because it kind of references towards like another game where it's like, yeah, I heard in this part of the town they battle all the time, or like this part of like the region they battle. So it's like, oh, like maybe they'll have like a legend of.
I liked not battling.
I loved it. No, I mean I loved battling in the game.
Oh, see,
I had so much fun battling.
Like I just like how they made it real because it's like you don't need to battle every freaking Pokemon you see.
Yeah.
Like you should like sneak up on them and just like tag them, right?
Yeah,
like,
no, I meant like battling the trainers at the end. Like I really enjoyed the battling aspects of it. I just said the most annoying thing was like if you did a few side missions or you battle like these like certain trainers they didn't bottle their or they didn't ball their Pokemon. They're like you'd like be like, oh, let's battle, and all of a sudden they have like 4 Pokemon you're battling against with your only one. I'm like, can I put out more than one?
Well, that is ridiculous.
Because like sometimes I didn't wipe, but like it'd be like I'd hit one and all of a sudden it's like, oh, I get 4 moves against me now. Cool. Like I'm like basically I sent you that picture. Remember I had Glam Meow versus like Rhyperior, Electrivive, and like Rhydon's.
I mean, even in the wild, I didn't like that because it's like. So if they're trying to make this game like quote unquote realistic, that's what I want to say. Like, as in like if we think about it, I feel like this game is sort of how Pokemon would be in real life, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But like the part that doesn't make sense to me is if there's 3 Mons charging at you, what is realistically stopping you from throwing 3 balls out?
I know. I was like, hey, good luck, Glam Chow. You got this. It was my only Pokemon left too.
And he got shredded.
He got shredded immediately. Didn't have any revives or anything.
Another thing that I really want to talk to you about that we've kind of mentioned in other Pokemon podcasts, but Nuzlocke.
Can't do it, I don't think.
Why? And I want to. So you said you don't think you can do it in this game. Why?
It's just like the battling mechanics are so like. I bet you could if you really, really, really grinded it, but you definitely have a lot of deaths. And
well, especially
if you wipe, you restart, right? So the big thing was if you have 6 Mons and say like, oh, I'm gonna throw out my like starter Pokemon, and it's like, okay, I can definitely take this Pokemon. Oh, Agile move. I got 3 moves against me in a row. Oh, my Pokemon's out because I can't heal or do anything. It's like cool.
So the other thing that I was gonna say that I thought was like sort of interesting about that is, didn't you say that you can only get the first Pokemon you see in each region or in each like route? Wasn't that part of the Nuzlocke?
Yeah, but the thing with this game, if you did a Nuzlocke like that,
there'd only be 5 Pokemon.
Well, no, you could do like each like area, like horseshoe, like hills, and like there's also like the plains. Like you only catch one Pokemon in the plains, things like that. Like it wouldn't be like, so when you look at the summary, it would say like, oh, it was caught in horseshoe plains, and then it's like that's the area, that's the only Pokemon you can catch in that. And also, it's the first Pokemon you see, so it can kind of cheat because in a Nuzlocke, or even in like Sword and Shield, if you're in the grass, like I'm in the grass, you can see which one you can like be like, I want that then if that's my only Pokemon.
Yeah, versus in the old games, it was literally like
chance.
Dealer's choice.
Yeah, so that's why a lot of like Nuzlockers don't play the new games. They play like at most up to like
that's the term, being a Nuzlocker.
That's a real thing. Yeah, people make money off it. It's crazy. Like people watch them
on Twitch.
Twitch, YouTube. If you go like Nuzlocke like on YouTube, like you'll find a bunch of people that have like 200K subscribers.
I don't think I could sit down and watch that. To be honest, I would have a tough time.
It's interesting because when they change like certain like rules or aspects, like I can only have a team of poison types, like, and then you have to figure they strategize. It's all about strategize and preparing yourself for each like battle and stuff.
Do you find? Let me ask.
It's an interesting concept if you like a chess match. So, like it's like that's what it is.
Kind of talking like that again. Another interesting question for you is: do you find that you use any like? Are you one of the people that uses moves that don't necessarily do damage?
Yeah.
So I'm not.
You just keep kidding it?
I'm like a freaking DPS. I'm like a DPS tank. Like, that's all I do is I just, like, it's all damage moves for me. Like, I will, like, if there's a move that's like Leer or something like that, you're gone. You're out.
So you don't use, like Swords Dance or Dragon Dance?
Not in a million years.
Really?
Straight DPS.
Wow. Because, like, you set yourself up to like wipe. Like you can wipe so easily when you set those things up. Like say I sat there and said or protect. You don't use protect.
No.
That's crazy to me. So like you could like there's so much like easy like ways to bounce around stuff. So say like for example, like I know you're hitting me with this move. I'd be like, okay, I just hit like 4 or 5 sword dances. Make sure my offensive stats are raised enough that I could just start wiping your Pokemon like straight. That's how I play.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's all about like just setting yourself up. It's so easy now. Like as a kid, I did the same thing. I just be like power move. Why am I losing to these like over and over? It's like, dude, like you just put in one like little like.
But see, I've never
defensive stat drop.
I feel like I've never had the
light
time.
Light screen.
I feel like I've never had a challenge like that though, where I've wiped over and over again because of that.
I'll tell you what. I can tell you off the top of my head what Pokemon made me wipe all the time when I was a kid.
Which one?
Milk Tank in the third gym on Johto. Every time.
Yeah, because he was a big boy.
Yeah, he's a tank, and that's why you need to set up like those like moves that drop. It's like defense stats, so you can hit it a few times and actually take it out.
Man, it's so. Miltank's a normal Pokemon, right?
Yeah.
Is normal weak to anything?
Yeah,
no.
fighting.
They are.
But there's no fighting Pokemon really in the first like area of Johto.
So it's honestly just like you throw yourself.
Yeah,
at it.
and it uses rollout, which is not a great move, but like over time it like builds up.
Is that the one that gets more damage as time goes on? I loved the move setting in this game. Like how you can just basically go back and see every move that Pokemon can learn.
You can reteach it too, which is cool.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like the other game where you have to go find like that one old man or whatever who can teach you everything.
You know what's funny? We could battle each other in the game. Like there is a way to like.
Well, you toast me, obviously.
Well, I'm just saying like there is ways to do that.
You'd ruin me.
Yeah, you'd be like power move. I'd be like calm mind. Like why are you doing that? All of a sudden, next thing you know, boom, done.
What does Calm Mind do?
It like raises your offense and defense stats.
What's special defense versus regular defense?
Regular defense is like use the normal move, like say like tackle. That's defense for that. If it's special move, would be like surf. And you have special defense against that because it's a special attack move.
That's so.
What?
I never knew that. I've been playing Pokemon for like 22 years.
Yeah, like normal move like rollout would be like attack and defense stat.
Because it's just a normal move?
Yeah.
So anything that's not normal.
Anything not normal.
So fighting is special.
Depends on the fighting move.
Or is normal defense like physical attacks?
Yeah, that too.
So if he's physically making
contact.
Yeah,
so I feel like that'd be a regular defense. But I'm saying like if you're like using surf or like psychic and things like that, special defense.
What about Thunder Punch?
Great question. We have to look it up. I think it's a special attack.
I'm disappointed that you don't know that.
You blew my mind when you said that. Like physical attacks over like special attacks. Like, well, most people are using special attacks, so I guess like a Thunder Punch. I don't think Thunder Punch would probably be special.
But it's also physical though, because if you think about it, it's punching. He's punching.
But it's a thunder in it. It's a Thunder Punch.
It's thunder in it.
If it was like a Focus Punch, that's special or regular.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's food for thought. Hey,
I'll have to look it up now.
Now you're interested.
Yeah, I'm back into it now. I'm gonna go play another 60 hours because of that.
So, are you? Now that you've done this, are you done Pokemon for now?
I'm gonna take a break.
Because I was gonna say we've done 3 Pokemon podcasts in
2 months.
2 months. We did Arceus, where only I played it. We did Sword and Shield, and now we're doing Arceus, where we both got in on it.
I would say I'm gonna take a break, but I'm probably gonna restart Sword and Shield, do a Nuzlocke.
You're gonna do it?
Yeah.
That's so. How? So
I want to play it again. I might do that to Brilliant Diamond too,
and then do it in Arceus.
No,
I'm sure.
I don't think I have the goals. To
hear me out though. I'm sure
Arceus.
If you Google Arceus Nuzlocke, there's rules already set up by people.
Oh, I guarantee you can make most of the rules work.
It's just it's
level caps. There's level caps. There's a bunch of stuff. You can't use potions.
So anybody that's been listening to our podcast and is like, these guys do way too much Pokemon, this is a sign that we're taking a little bit of a break from it now. Yeah, I probably should. Next week we're going into Elden Ring Part 2. I'm really excited.
And then after that, what are we doing, you think? SpongeBob, remember that?
I'm in.
No, we're not doing that.
Battle for Bikini Bottom. Let's do it.
Let's dive into the ratings now. So what was the original rating you had for this?
Okay, so I'm not going to change mine because obviously
Maybe don't tell me your rating until after I rate it, and then we can
Also, the last thing that I do want to do, because this is our first Twitch stream, this is going to be our first YouTube, let's break down the ratings one more time. Just because this is going to be new.
Sure.
So, Colin and I, at the end of every single podcast that we do, have developed a 5-point rating system that we base every single game off of. This includes 5 categories that we give a score out of 10. These are story, characters, background, music, and replayability of the game. Once we give it a score out of 5 for each of those categories, we convert that into a score out of 10 each, and that's our total score for the game. We do this in every single game. We think that each of those categories stands alone as being very, very important. And yeah, I thought I would preface that because, this will be the first thing that we have on YouTube, the first thing we have on Twitch, so it'll at least be good for people to hear what we're doing.
Yeah, sounds great.
Sorry to the podcast listeners because, you've been around. You've dealt with it. So are you ready to talk your Pokemon Arceus? So I don't know if you remember this, but I'll give you just a heads up. You obviously didn't rate it.
Yeah. Don't tell me your rating until after.
So do you want me to tell you my rating per, like, when
tell me the full one at the end, and then we'll go back and you can say which one, which each one like hurt and whatnot.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that. So, start us off, my friend. We are going to start off with, what do you think about your characters?
So the characters were interesting. Like, there's still Pokemon games, so it's very like generic. But like, I think the story was really built well with the characters, and they kind of did a lot of lore stuff.
You know what I know what I remembered. Sorry to cut you off, but know what I remembered about this game that was actually pretty wild, and you don't really see this in Pokemon games. How you just get kicked out. Like how the leader of the town goes, "You can't live here anymore. Get out."
Yeah, like traumatizes you a bit.
That was kind of nuts.
Yeah.
You're the reason all this is happening.
And then she's like, "Don't get killed."
Yeah. Like again,
they actually make like it kind of dark in a way that you normally don't see. I would say like the characters probably are 3.
Okay. Now background.
Background 5.
You couldn't. You'd go higher if you could. Hey?
Yeah, I could. Just because it was so open world. You see different things. You can watch Pokemon do certain stuff, like how they act in the wild. It was really sweet.
What do you got on the music here?
Music, I actually really enjoyed. Like a 4.
Wow. Okay. Now, this is going to be an interesting one for you.
Replayability?
Yeah.
In the music, by the way, like they added new music that I really liked, and sometimes it would like raise like for certain battles. Like they changed it a bit. I liked it. I would actually bring it to 3.5 because I would say like like the mount calls were the exact same like noise. Like they didn't change the song for any of the mounts.
Oh yeah.
Which I thought was really dumb. Because you look at games like Ocarina of Time, they have all these different songs in it.
I mean,
and like this one, you have an ocarina at the end to call Arceus. It's sweet.
Well, you have Ocarina the whole time.
No, it's a new flute that's like a ocarina
nuts.
in a time. You actually do a
Is
cool
the song a banger?
Yeah, it's a banger. It's a sweet song. it's different too. I would say replayability. Would I go and replay this game again?
Yeah. And I also want to. So just for this, let's
like
make it
full,
fair.
like full completion.
No.
Like to do the story?
Yeah.
I'd say like a 2.
Yeah, I thought.
I think it'd be interesting to restart and do a different team than what I have.
So nuts.
And maybe try Nuzlocke, but I would say like it would be like.
And you got lastly a story.
I wasn't really like super
That's
into it.
Nuts to me, but okay.
Why?
Because I thought this was the best Pokemon story there was.
It's a good story, but like I wouldn't say like it's like all time.
I just think we'll talk about. Just tell me your rating.
I would say the story is probably like a 4.
Okay, that was the same. Okay.
So what's mine?
We have a huge difference.
Just say mine.
7.
7?
Yeah.
What's yours?
5.6.
Okay.
So if we want to go back, so for anybody,
I've been very generous. I feel like the last few episodes.
For again, anybody that hasn't seen this or hasn't listened to our podcast before, finding us on here, finding us on YouTube, I rated this game back when it first came out. So for characters, I gave it a 2, just because I thought there was really no character development at all. I thought that like even like you see small things where like the general, for example, like that girl, she was like, I forget her name. Who sits behind the desk?
Oh, like, Celine or whatever?
Yeah, she was like, at first she was like, who are you? You're some nobody kid. And then at the end, she's like, stay safe, don't die, right?
Yeah, but I will say, like, the leaders of the Diamond Clan and Pearl Clan, like, have development. Like, they start, it's like, hating each other. They don't believe in this, like, certain thing. And they turn their, like, mindset at the end. They're like, yeah, we should all get together.
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
Hated both of them. No interest in either one.
They were super annoying, but, like, they still had development.
Background, you have to give that a 5. Nuts. Music, I gave it a 2. I didn't think it was too amazing, to be honest with you. Like
they changed it up though. It wasn't like normal Pokemon music.
Oh, I do agree with that. But
like if you listen to the sounds and everything, like I used to just lie there when I was doing this, what really changed my opinion of this, Luke, sorry to cut you off,
Yeah, of course.
was when I was doing the space-time distortions. I was just sitting there waiting. Like, I was listening to the music. I'm like, this is, like, actually really, like, calming and, like, nice, and it wasn't, like, music you hear normally. And you could hear, like, the noises of the mons, like,
it was like, duh, duh, na, 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 whatever.
yeah.
The, like...
like in the old ones?
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. This one was, like, calming music, and it was, like a nice little, like, harp almost, right? It was really nice.
Yeah, I do agree with that. Replayability, I gave it a 1. There's not much... Like, couldn't even... I mean...
You didn't finish.
I finished. I get so mad when you say that, because I finished, okay? Story, we both gave it a 4. I thought the story was amazing. I mean, but, like, it's tough because we try to keep this universal, and comparing the story of this to the story of Horizon Zero Dawn, or, you know, the story of, like, even Tiny Tina Wonderland, like, just... It's tough because that story's not really... They're not as invested.
Yeah, totally.
Story was a 4, so I went to a 5.6. You gave it a 7. So again, not terrible.
Was there, like, our Gameaholic score, like, a 6.8? 6.7?
No. It would be a 6.2. 6.3.
Oh, I said 7, right? So, yeah.
Yeah.
It would have been, like, low.
So, not... Again, a great game. Like, it's tough because I say it like this. If you're... And I think this is very valid. If somebody's listening to this or somebody's not, like, a Pokemon fan, you'd hate this game.
But I think it could also make them like it. And it's more than the other games.
I think
more than the other games.
Yeah, I just think the whole reason I like this game is because I'm a Pokemon fan, and seeing, like, the initial starting of, like, catching Pokemon was, like, amazing.
Yeah, I would also say, like, the beginning of the game, like, I think it took, like, 45 minutes to get into, like, the actual world. Like, you just talk.
And again, like, I mean...
And I skipped a lot of it.
I know we talked about this, but how nuts was that Drifloon trying to steal that kid behind the...
There were some dark moments.
There were some real dark moments.
And them saying how, like, there's Pokemon dancing in, like, a burned city after they, like, murdered a bunch of people. Like, they were just, like, straight up...
And they're just, like, people get killed by Pokemon here. Like, Pokemon are dangerous. And you can literally, like, wipe in the game.
Yeah.
It's wild. Like, I just really like how it's kind of like a more... I don't want to say more adult version of Pokemon, but, like, kind of. Right? Like, versus,
there's definitely more, like darker, like, aura to it or something.
I mean, the difference is, in this game, you treat the Pokemon like they're wildlife, whereas in the other Pokemon games, it's like...
A tool
they're
to,
a
like,
prize.
fight. Yeah.
Like, it's like they're just like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's sort of... That is our...
Well, also, that's kind of the beauty, Luke, because, like, you look at, like, how... Probably, like, back then, like, we were among the wildlife in the world, and now we have them in zoos.
Yeah.
And we're like, look at these things.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. And I mean, it's also...
That's your real life moment for this pod.
There you go.
There.
We're in. Okay, well, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for checking out our first ever video podcast. We are super excited to be doing this. We are super excited, as we said earlier, to be sponsored by TELUS. If you're looking for great internet, check TELUS out. You'll get a sweet offer through us. As always, give us a follow on Instagram at Gameaholic Podcast. Give us a follow on Twitch, which is at Gameaholic Podcast. And our Twitter is back up and running as well. We are so excited to be moving into this brand new area of podcasting, streaming, everything like that. We'll catch you guys next week for Elden Ring Part 2, because I've actually got further than the first boss. So
Yeah,
that's nice.
we'll have a special guest for that as well.
Perfect. Okay.
Peace.
Peace.